Hello everyone, welcome back to Value Investor Bro. Yes, I'm a value investor and I make these videos to hopefully help other value investors. Although I'm not going to say that I'm the perfect value investor, far from it. So if you have research that you use when you buy a company and you're a value investor, I would love to hear all about it in the comment section below. So I recently reinvested in Pfizer, so I wanted to show you the research I did before I decided that I would repurchase Pfizer. Although this video is not intended as financial advice, it is only intended for educational or entertainment purposes. And please do not buy or sell this stock based on my video. As always, you need to do your own research. So, the history of Pfizer, I'm sure that you're all aware who Pfizer are as a company, but if you want to read some history, you can stop the video here and read for yourself. What's the big deal about Pfizer? Well, the things that I like about Pfizer, I like that their commitment to innovation. I like that they've grown really well from strategic mergers and acquisitions. The COVID-19 vaccine showed that they have the manpower and the resources to quickly make a vaccine in response to a global health crisis. There's only a handful of companies in the world that have these resources, so it's very good to see that Pfizer were one of them. The main thing, so when I am investing in pharmaceuticals, the main thing for me is the pipeline. That means the drugs that they have on the way, and this R&D efficiency thing for Pfizer is a massive thing, and it's a massive reason why I reinvested in them. As you can see, they achieved an industry-leading end-to-end clinical success rate of 21%, which is roughly about double a lot of the competition. So that's really good, and that's one of the major reasons I reinvested, and I really like Pfizer as a pharmaceutical company. They do have a track record as a leader. They've been at the top of this industry for a very long time, and like I'll show you later in more detail, they've had a strong financial performance over many years, which is one of the things I like to see because I want to invest in high quality companies that have a history of strong financial performance. The management, I would say that this is a little bit of a controversial issue for some. Some people, they don't like the CEO because he recently, after the COVID vaccine bubble, sold a lot of his shares, and he has a high salary and he has what appear to be low holdings right now. And for me, I would say that he has worked at Pfizer for a long time alongside the chief scientific officer. So they have very good experience in this industry, and they've been the driving forces behind the recent, or the success of Pfizer over the last 10 to 20 years. So for me personally, this overrides the issue with the high salary and low holdings, but this is something you need to work out for yourself. So the roundup is, yes, Pfizer have a proven track record of financial success in the pharmaceutical sector. Like I said, some people say that the CEO especially won't be as committed because he gets a high salary and he has low holdings in the company. But for me, he has very good experience, and he's been one of the major driving forces behind the company for a long time. So I would trust him to carry that on. And I trust Pfizer to continually develop a solid pipeline. So recently, I think yesterday, they announced some bad news on a weight loss drug that they're working on. And that caused the share price to go down. For me, this is a buying opportunity because it's not about only the pipeline, the drugs that they have right now. It's more about their ability over the longer term to continually churn out a really good pipeline. And they have already shown this over many years that they are better at doing this than a lot of the competition. And again, that will go back to their really good R&D efficiency that I talked about earlier. So now we're going to move on to using another platform like you've seen in my other videos. This is a platform I really like. I think it's excellent if you're a value investor. So if you're interested in this, I'll leave a link in the description if you want to use this platform as well. So the margin of safety of this company is really good. This has obviously been helped by the recent downturn in the share price. And if you don't know what a margin of safety is, although if you're a value investor, I'm sure that you are aware of it, but if not, I would just do a Google search. It also has a very high score on this platform, and that is basically because their underlying financial metrics are all very good. For me, when I have a look at this, the return on invested capital is the most important one because it shows that any of the money reinvested in the company is showing a very good return. And also that the cash growth, that is the other one that I think is the most important for me, because if a company is able to grow a lot of cash really well, that means they're a growing organization and that they have the money to reinvest in the company or to give back to shareholders. And you can see that both of those are really good. And in general, the financial metrics of this company look really good, and this is over a longer term period. So if we look at the financials, you can see that the charts, they all look really good. They are pretty much all seem to be going in the right direction. When we look at the earnings, there's a lot of green here. They've shown that they can be very consistent on the earnings, which I like to see. There's very few red here over many years, which is very good. These are the kind of companies that I like to invest in, that are able to show this kind of financial performance very consistently over a longer period of time. Pfizer is certainly one of those. So the last thing on this platform that I will do is I will show you the competition. The other thing for me is that when you look at the competition and you look at the scores they have on this platform, which are basically relating to their financial health, like I showed you before, and when you also look at the margin of safety, I would say Pfizer are by far the best, most attractive looking company out of all these that I've added. And I've added a lot of the usual pharmaceutical competition, as you can see, and for all of the scores and all of the metrics, Pfizer is by far the best one. So let's look at the TradingView chart. I believe I bought back into Pfizer somewhere around here, because I already thought they were very undervalued. But one of the things I love about investing in the American stock market is I find they always overreact. So when a company is doing well in their eyes, they overreact, and they make the price way too high, and vice versa. When there's a bit of bad news about a company, they will overreact and they will sell off the company way more than they ought to. So I already felt that the value of this company is way undervalued. I'm also thinking of buying into more of this, and then I will look to see on the chart. So as you can see, I use the wavy tunnel. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it, but I will be waiting until on the weekly chart that they start to show a bit of a positive trend. When that is the case, I will then find buying opportunities on the daily chart. So yeah, so this is a company that I'll be keeping an eye on. Wow, I really can't speak today, can I? I'll start again. This is a company that I'll be keeping an eye on. I've already reinvested a fair amount of money, and when it looks attractive on the chart, I will reinvest more. So yes, if you have your own views on Pfizer, I would love to hear them in the comment section below, but hopefully you now have an idea why I have added it into my own personal value investing portfolio. So as always, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.